of ninth. Today's my topic is linear equation in two variable. Class ninth, subject mathematics. First of all, what do you mean by linear equation in two variable? Linear equation in two variables. An equation which is of the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, a comma b not equal to 0 is called a linear equation in two variables, x comma y or variables, a comma b are coefficients, and your c is a constant term. So dear students, a, b are coefficients, x, y are variables, and c is constant. A comma b should not equal to 0. It is a linear equation in two variables. One variable is x and your other variable is y. So we can say it is a linear equation in two variables. X and y are two variables. For example, I will say here some examples. 3x plus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. Number 1. Number 2. 2t plus 9p plus 6 is equal to 0. In equation first, x, y are its variables, 3 and 4 are its coefficients, 5 is a constant. In equation second, t and p are variables, 2 comma 9, these are coefficients, and 6 is a constant. But remember, linear equation in two variables, it will provide a line on a graph. Since a line contains infinite number of pointers, so all these pointers will be its solutions. Hence, linear equation in two variables has how many solutions? Infinitely many solutions. I will say you just like this. If we solve this kind of equation, 9x plus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. If you solve this equation graphically on a graph, it will, if this is x-axis and this is y-axis, it will form a line on this graph. Since the line contains infinite number of pointers, so linear equation, any linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. Hence, it has infinitely many solutions. So dear students, if anybody will ask you a linear equation in two variables has how many solutions, you should say a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions, because it will form a line on a graph. A line contains infinite number of pointers. All the pointers will be its solutions. Now, I am going to touch your exercise. The application of this linear equation in two variables. Exercise 3.1. Exercise 3.1. I am going to show you the application of linear equation in two variables. Exercise 3.1, question number 1. The question says the cost of a notebook. The cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. Write a linear equation two variables to represent the above statement. Write the linear equation in two variables. Write a linear equation in two variables to represent the above statement, to represent the above statement, the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. एक नोटबुक जो है उसकी जो कीमत है वो दुगना है एक पेन से. आपको ये इंफॉर्मेशन देनी है लीनियर इक्वेशन टू वेरिएबल्स में. Write the linear equation two variables to represent the above statement. For example, how I will solve this question? Solution: let the cost of notebook be X rupees and the cost of pen be Y rupees. By the question, the cost of a notebook is the cost of twice the cost of pen. For example, cost of notebook is X, 2 times Y. 2 times Y means ये दुगना है इसी, यानी नोटबुक की जो कीमत है वो दुगना है पेन से, वो पेन से ज्यादा है, दुगना है, इसलिए हमने X लिया है इज इक्वल टू 2 times Y. सो X here means नोटबुक. जब पेन का कीमत दुगना किए जाए तब ये इक्वल हो जाएगा इसके बराबर. सो आई कैन से फर्दर हियर X minus 2Y. If we shift to right hand side to left hand side, X minus 2Y is equal to 0 is the required linear equation. The required linear equation X minus 2Y is equal to 0. So I better test it. So ये जो इक्वेशन रिक्वायर्ड इक्वेशन है हम लिख सकते हैं इसको X minus 2Y is equal to 0. And your question number 2 is, dear students, I am going to show you question number 2, one part here, so that you may do other parts yourself. For example, express the following linear equations. Express them. Question number 2, express them as ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. आपको एक्सप्रेस करना है इनको and indicate the values of a comma b and c in the followings. For example, first part, 2x plus 3y is equal to 9.35. इसका आपको ये एक्सप्रेस करना है पहले ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. आप लिख सकते हैं इसको सोल्यूशन में. ये हुआ 2x plus 3y, इसको शिफ्ट करिए यहाँ माइनस 9.35 is equal to 0. हुआ ये एक्सप्रेस इस फॉर्म में ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now we have to find the values of a, b and c. a, b and c इसकी वैल्यूज क्या है? कंपेयरिंग, इसको मैं इसके बाद कंपेयर करता हूँ. कंपेयरिंग विद ओरिजिनल लीनियर इक्वेशन, कंपेयरिंग विद ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. ओरिजिनल इक्वेशन के साथ इसको जब मैं कंपेयर करता हूं, हियर इस a के बदले क्या आ जाएगा 2, b के बदले क्या आ जाएगा 3 और c के बदले क्या आएगा minus 9.35. So this is one part. I will show you another part. Suppose this is part number 7. Y minus 2 is equal to 0. How to write this? How to express this in this form? And what are the values of A and B and C in this equation? I can write this solution: 0 into x plus 1 into y minus 2 is equal to 0. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगी. 0 into x is 0, 1 into y is this y, minus 2 is equal to 0. हाँ, हो गई एक्सप्रेस इस फॉर्म में. ना अगर इसको मैं कंपेयर करूं, कंपेयरिंग विथ ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, क्या हो जाएगा हियर इस a के बदले क्या आएगा? a के बदले आ जाएगा 0, b के बदले आएगा 1 and c के बदले minus 2. हाँ, this is the second part. It is almost 8 parts. Rest are parts. Home task. खुद करिए, घर पे करिए, खुद करिए. This is the finish of exercise 3.1, and inshallah Rahman, next day I will show exercise. I will carry it through exercise 3.2. Baki wassalam.